previously we have stated physical weathering by various physical agents, then chemical weathering by various chemical processes. Now there are other agents, plants, animals, microbes, human beings. They also cause weathering of rocks. They also cause breakdown of the rock material. This is known then as biological weathering. So biological weathering, this is the part 1 of the series, is accomplished by plants, animals, microorganisms, even man, through physical and chemical activities. So both kinds of activities are involved in the biological. Plants and animals can cause physical changes through physical force, through chemical activities. The growing roots of higher plants exert physical pressure to rupture and widen the crevices and cracks into which they grow. This causes some physical and chemical weathering. Biological weathering is brought about by various activities of living organisms. Depending upon the type of rocks and their mineral composition, rocks are physically and chemically broken down. Biological weathering acts in two ways, that is the physical pressure and by chemical decompositions, decomposition of the rock. Biological weathering is brought about by three kinds of agencies: plants, animals, microorganisms. Plants can cause physically and chemically. Animals can cause weathering physically and chemically. Microbes can cause only through chemical means. In animals also include human being. First we take the plants. Plants grow everywhere with some water is available, where some water is available. Roots of trees and plants break rocks by growing into the cracks and fractures of the rocks and soil. Resultantly, they become more prone to breakage and eventually they may fall apart from each other. When the roots of plants grow deeper into the soil, they tend to create cracks and crevices in marbles, for example, in limestone, by producing certain acids that can eventually degrade them. This is a way that physically they exert pressure and chemically they exert pressure. The mere presence of rocks in the soil can wear out soil and rock through presence of humus. Humus also contains humic acids. Humus is an organic component of the soil, can increase the availability of the water, which then enhances the physical and the chemical breakdown of the rocks. So wherever there is organic matter, that would contain humus, and when humus is there, humic acid is there, that causes corrosion of the rocky material, stone material, soil, and causes chemical breakdown. When plants die, their roots and other parts as well all decomposed in the form of organic matter, which produces carbon dioxide and acidic materials. Carbon dioxide, as I said previous, in chemical weathering, it combines with the water, producing weak carbonic acid that can degrade the surface of the rocks and rock particles. The excretion products of plants, bacteria, and other microbes chemically, physically degrade and decompose rocks, but their role is of minor importance. Excretions, secretions, metabolic waste, all of them, they have a chemical role to play in weathering of the rocky material, of the stone particles, weathering of salt like calcium salts, Now, the second is the animal. Burrowing animals like shrews, moles, earthworms, and even ants cause biological weathering. All burrowing animals, whether they are micro, macro, all cause weathering, breakdown, shifting, transporting of the weathered material. These animals create holes in the ground by excavating and moving the rock fragments to the surface. Such fragments become more exposed to other environmental factors that can further cause degradation or physical weathering or chemical weathering. Animals like rabbit, prairie dogs, gerbils, soil mouse, lizards, snakes, similar organisms burrow can burrow the soil into cracks and rocks, making it bigger and eventually splitting the rock. Even man can be a source of the weathering. Boots and shoes walking over the same patch of rock may eventually wear down the rocks. Insects, arthropods, not only corrode rock but also displace already weathered materials. You might have seen these small creatures. They move on weathered material, soil material, rock material, and also by virtue of their excretions, they corrode the rocky material. Birds foraging for seeds and earthworms create holes and erode the upper surface of the soil, thus contribute to the weathering. All soil burrowing animal, nesting animals, maybe the birds or anything, they cause breakdown. Dead bodies of animals are converted to organic substances. They combine with the rock mineral to accomplish chemical degradation. So both physical as well as chemical. This is another example, that is the pet dog shell can drill into the rocks to protect itself. This is the bedrock, pet dog. This one, all of them. I have borrowed them from a net. By producing acids, they can decompose the rock, causing weathering. So they also create cracks and fractures, feed the rock minerals, thereby weakening the rocks. This first picture, you can say they have buried themselves halfway into a rocky material. They can drill them. These are also drilling animals, which can cause shelled animals, which can cause breakdown of the material. Ants and termites, very common around us. You can see they physically break down rocks, soil, by making holes and passages into the ground. These holes, passages also improve oxygen and water to the soil, bringing the dissolution of the soil, rocks and rocky material. You can see the ants and this one, the white ants, termites. They bring lot of soil from the lower part to the upper part. Similarly, organic matter is taken into the caves, into the burrows, which produces humic acids in the lower layers, causing decay of the soil. Thank you very much. This is enough for this.